Are you listening?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Hey, we got a nice cast here on a subject that honestly I really just actually typed in MTG Commander deck building and let it finish it so I could play with the algorithm. The SEO. I love testing different ideas to see what works. Yeah. Testing the algorithm, see what works. And also, it drives in different topic ideas because sometimes when you do a topic, it's pretty good. And really quick, I want to say hello to Time Capsule. If you're still here, I know you can't stay because you got a busy job that keeps you going. Whoop, whoop. Thank you for sharing the love and support, bud. And James Willis. Whoop, whoop. The ball. Hey, hey, hey.
What's up?
What's up?
All good people, cool people in here.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Full of the cool kids. That's why we're the creep. We're the creep. Yeah. Just in case you don't know, you're new to watching. A creep is a group of tortoises in the wild. It's rarely ever happens, but when seen or heard, it sounds creepy. And that's why tortoises are called a creep. There's scientific stuff behind it. Like when I first designed my channel, I actually didn't know a lot about tortoises. I just love tortoises and turtles, and mainly tortoises. I love dryland turtles, and as I was building up my channel, learning more about turtles and tortoises, because there's three types: there's turtles, terrapins, and tortoises.
Mm-hmm.
Tortoise is a turtle, but a turtle is not a tortoise, right? A terrapin is both a tortoise and a turtle, but a tortoise is strictly land-based. Right, so tortoises don't do water. They'll drink water, but they don't go into water. But terrapins are both viable in water and on land, and turtles are strictly only water. You can tell a difference between a tortoise and a turtle because a tortoise has a rounder shell than a turtle. Rounder shells are not viable for water, not good for swimming, where a turtle and a terrapin have flatter shells and the more versatile to be swimming through water. Look, you learned something today.
Yes, I did.
Huh. That makes sense. Why when I was little, I used to have like a giant, not only giant, but a small thing with like little tiny turtles in it. I used to have something like that.
Right. The interesting thing about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're terrapins more than they are turtles. And they act more like tortoises than they terrapins because they don't swim in water like that. They don't show you swim in water, but they can go in the water. They're a terrapin. By their shell, they're more of a terrapin than they are a turtle.
Oh, speaking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a sequel to a comic I like of the Turtles is coming out. Too.
Cool.
Yeah.
You gotta make a new Ghostbusters movie too.
Oh, the freezing one?
Yep.
The one that freezes New York City or something? Yeah, that looks pretty good. I still need to see the first one. Oh, the first rendition of it. It looks so good, and they got the original actors in it.
Yeah, all the ones they could anyway. Yeah.
I think I've seen all the Ghostbusters.
Because I ain't afraid of no ghost. I said that wrong, but still. Anyways. How are you doing, Hillbilly?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Chilling. How are you doing, Captain Waffles?
Doing good. Had breakfast, and now we're just waiting on them to go to the beach. So,
Megan Fool, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, doing good. Saying salty because everybody's salty today because everybody's beating up on Hillbilly.
Yeah, they was on the arena.
Oh no! So we have an interesting topic today. We're going to cover MTG deck building tips. I have a whole monologue for that, but I hope it leaves open room for everybody to get into it. But before we get into the monologue, and I'm trying to keep this in pace because Captain Waffles, we don't know when he has to go. He's going on a family thing today. I mean, God forbid he enjoys his family while they're there, right? Before the kids are grown up. All
I know
right.
I have to miss the Pro Tour for that.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, having kids is like the Pro Tour because you got to keep up with them, and it still tires you out by the end of the day.
Yep. And when they get older, you got to get that. You got to get a stick and chase off all
Right.
the boys and women.
And like the Pro Tour, you got to keep yourself nutriently fed and well rested. You got to pace yourself so you don't burn yourself out by the end of the day, and you got to make all the right decisions. And you got to keep your mind and mental state in the right decisions, just like the Pro Tour. The difference is the kids, they think they're the trophies, while at the Pro Tour, you get a trophy. If you want. I'm kidding. Oh, man. So, Hillbilly.
Yep.
What is the first segment of the day?
That would be the
Card of the day.
Oh, the card of the day is a fun card for the day. I remember playing against this card. This card is fair, but it does fun things. It's called Culling Scales. It costs 3 generic mana. It's an artifact that's colorless. And it says at the beginning of your upkeep, destroy target non-land permanent with the lowest converted mana cost among non-land permanents in play. This card is spicy because if the lowest non-land permanent's a giant 6/6 creature for 6 mana, it's going to destroy it unless it's indestructible. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, pretty fun, pretty spicy. And if you want to cause chaos in a game, play this card. In a commander game, play this card. In a modern game, try playing this card. Have fun with it. Go explore with it. What do you think about this card, Hillbilly?
interesting.
It is
Like
interesting.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, have you ever played this card, Captain Waffles?
Interesting enough, I have. It's really funny. I played it in a commander deck once, and a guy didn't realize that it was out there, and he did the whole where you wipe the board and get a Phyrexian horror token, and that was literally the only 0 costing on the board. So then he lost his token immediately.
That's funny.
Oh, good times.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
He was so happy. It was like a 33-33, and then it comes to my turn. I was like, "Hey, that's dead." He's like, "What?" And then he reads the card. He's like, "That's."
Combo breaker.
Yeah, it's funny what Culling Scales does to a Phyrexian rebirth. Token.
Hold on, dog. Be right back.
All right. Now, for the picture of the day, we got 4 pictures, and that's because I went picture hunting before I realized Mrs. Hillbilly shared some pictures today.
Ooh.
So we're going to share Mrs. Hillbilly's pictures today. First, she shared, boom, coffee, liquid optimism. Looks like Hillbilly when he's winning a game of arena there. Yeah. Right.
I was gonna say it's more like when somebody exiles his creature.
Yeah. Right. Or in a more morbid turn, maybe he just saw an animal gets neutered. It's like nuts. Sorry. All right. The next picture showed us who needs spinach. I have coffee. Coffee. Popeye the coffee man. Do. Does whatever coffee can. Do. Okay. But what's kind of funny, because when I was looking for pictures today, I was kind of finding a theme. And the first thing will kind of show kind of give away the second picture. But man, boom.
Help me, coffee. You're my only hope.
That's right. Yes, I remember when this movie. Well, I don't remember when the movie came out. I was not even born yet, because I was born in the 80s, not in the 70s. Oh man,
I love Star Trek.
I'm Star Trek.
That's
Yeah,
Star Wars.
he knows. He knows. But no, like nothing really beats the originals. Like every time I watch the originals, like the unedited versions, whenever I can, my brain's always trying to figure out how did they do that? Because right now with the computer I have, I should be able to do half the crap they did. You know, if I ever had like the green screen effects and stuff like that. Like, can you imagine if someone put enough production value in their YouTube videos with the technology we have compared to what they have and was able to twist it? Now, give in mind, Star Wars is the reason why Industrial Light Magic was created and how they went through it and made the process. But the fact that they did on technology that's more primitive than our basic laptop or PCs nowadays, if someone put in the effort, they could recreate the coolness of those films.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
That was a long monologue for that. But the next picture, boom. This is hillbilly most of the time.
Yep.
Yep.
That's me today. I ain't got nothing to drink right now.
This is I find your lack of coffee disturbing. Captain Waffles doesn't drink coffee. No.
No, I have my little drink right here.
Yeah.
This is my drink. It's like an energy drink, but with tea and other stuff.
Is it like a smoothie you created at home?
No, it's these little packets we get from this. It's like a little powder that you just dump in, and it's made out of like green tea, black tea, and a bunch of healthy stuff.
Oh, they have those
mix it
for
with water.
sugar. They have those little packets for like mainstream pop too.
Right.
And it's a little bit more healthier than just drinking the pop itself.
Yeah, I think it's like 10 calories, and then it's like 100 milligrams per packet. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, if it helps, if it works, go for it.
Yep.
He's like sleeping. TCG dude, thank you for stepping in. I know you can't be here very long, so thank you for peeking at the comments. TCG dude is naughty. All right.
How's the job going there, TCD dude?
I think he might have already left because he said, "Have a good one, fellas."
Yep.
all right, I got the 5-minute warning.
5-minute warning. No,
Only
this
has
whole
5 minutes.
show hinges on Captain Waffles.
5 minutes. 5 minutes is all the time I have to play with you.
All right. Well, I guess we get to bore Captain Waffles with the monologue. Whoop whoop. So today's topic is MTG Commander deck building tips. Right. Monologue time. Magic the Gathering Commander deck building tips are when building a commander deck. The colors you choose for your commander are important to understanding direction. The direction of your deck build. We all have our personal biased opinions on deck building, but when I build a deck, I keep commander colors in mind. For example, when I run white, I think of the cheap removal in white, and white now has some pretty good card draw, but also has some pretty synergistic things going with it. When I look at black, not only do I look at a plethora of removal, black has the most planeswalker removal and has reanimation and graveyard recursion. When I look at red, I think of two things. First, I think of the cards that give your board haste, like fervor. When I look at rummage, the rummaging is cards that make where you discard a card to draw more cards. That synergizes with black recursion. White has recursion too sometimes. When I look at blue, I think of the card draw first. Then I look at cards with evasion. When I look at green, I think of giant creatures with trample and mana ramping and fixing. All colors I mentioned have a lot more to offer, like with planeswalkers, big spells, and archetypes. When you open the floor to running 2 to 3 colors like simic, blue green, or temur, blue green red, I like to refer to my first thoughts that I have mentioned just now, and start looking at strategies that synergize between the colors based on the commanders. I try to fill in the bombs, removal, evasion. I like to tempo out my aggro strategy and ways to fill my hand. With that in mind, what are thoughts? What are thought processes and ways you all deck build in Commander? Woo-hoo. Yay! So you got a few minutes, Captain Waffles. You want your little time to shine before you have to go?
Okay, so building a commander deck is like snowflakes. None of them are going to be the same, and the thought process behind how you build your deck is going to be completely different than how somebody else builds their deck. So realistically, when it comes to giving advice for building a deck, it's all suggestion and opinionated. I don't think there's a wrong way to build unless you put 99 lands in a commander and your deck doesn't do anything. Then yes, that's the wrong way. But everybody has their way of playing the game and how they want to envision themselves winning. So
Right.
I like the old expression, there's 10 ways to skin a cat. So, you could look at somebody who has an Ashling the Pilgrim deck, and there's 1,000 different builds off of this one commander. Even though she's very basic, very streamlined, basically she go boom and everything die. You can still put in different combos. You can put in different things to tutor, or it's just the possibilities are endless when it comes to deck building. Now, if you know your commander group and you know how everyone plays, then I would suggest tailor towards your group. Unless you like to travel to like the cons and play a bunch of different people, then I would make it more like of a broader, I can kind of go up against anything type of deck. But realistically, if you're just playing in like a tight knit group, just play to whatever the meta is for your group. Figure out what cards are good, what cards are bad, and just make it the way you want it. Now I will add in, if you're going to do outside of Commander, let's go like Standard, Modern, Pioneer, anything like that, because Pro Tours this weekend. So let's talk about it. There was an interesting deck that I saw come out called Black Red Vampires, and they're doing this combo where they put in a Vein Ripper off of Sorin, and it was actually a really cool combo. I never would have thought of that before, even though I like to look for janky stuff like that. But if you're going to deck build, look at what you could possibly do and test it out and have fun with it. Like, you never know when you're going to come up with the next backbreaking deck, because you're going to fail. I don't know how many decks I've built, and I'm like, man, this deck looks awesome. I'm just going to wreck everybody. And then I don't win a single game for like 30 games. And I'm like, okay, back to the drawing board. Like, don't be afraid to try things out. Don't be afraid to experiment and quote unquote look stupid. I've done that so many times when I thought a card worked a certain way, and then I play it and I'm like, oh yeah, I was completely wrong. But that's how you learn. That's how you get better. And that will transition into all of your deck building, your commander, everything. I tell a lot of newer players, if you want to get really good at deck building, watch people who play sealed and draft, because you literally have to deck build on the fly when you play those formats.
Oh, yeah.
And yes, a lot of cards don't transition from those limited formats to constructed, but some of them do. And so if you learn just how to create a deck from nothing, you'll learn how to maybe tweak your commander deck or upgrade your modern deck or anything like that to really just hone it in. So that's what I got.
Pretty good. Pretty solid. And just in case you didn't know, I actually did a deck tech on Ashland the Pilgrim using some broken.
Well, that was my daughter's first commander deck. That's why I brought that one in.
Right. So I posted a link in the chat for those who want to watch a video about me going through infinite artifact combos to make infinite mana for her. That's pretty awesome. And what's funny is, before you mentioned Ashland the Pilgrim, I was gonna make a joke that it's a serious thing because someone really did it, but they made it a 99 line deck with Ashland the Pilgrim as the commander. That was a very good reference. I hit twice. Nice. Well, I think what you had to offer is pretty awesome, and I know you have to go. So if you have to go now, I'd like to bid you a good day at the beach, sir.
Oh yeah. So thank you guys for having me. I'll see you on the next one.
See you.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. Everybody. So that was a good topic, and I know when deck building goes in deep, I make a similar comment about limited play be a good way to learn deck building. Oh, let me pop that up.
That's actually a good idea. It's a good thing too. I agree with Gene Willis.
Limited is one of the best places to play Magic because it stretches your environment and it lets you learn the power level of certain cards. between standard and commander in general if you're drafting like standard sets, like because there's cards in commander you wouldn't play in standard, but there's cards in commander that are banging in commander, and there's cards that are good in standard that are not as good in commander. But limited really bridges the door between the two. Like it bridges the door between playing standard and commander, even though you're running small decks and limited, like smaller decks, like 40 card decks. But it lets you gauge the power level, and you got to think of ways to how to make it viable and playable, which is insane. That's a good point, James Willis.
Yep.
I want to add on to that point real quick. There's a website that if you download their program and you have running arena, you can see the stats and they'll record your trash matches in limited, so you can see what you did, where you might have screwed up picking up the cards and stuff.
No, that's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, it's called 17 lands.
Well, there's several of them out there. You also got Untapped.
Yeah, that's true.
Was it one thing I'd like to mention though, the best way to perfect a deck build is to play the deck. There's times I find a card that I think is going to be good that I often will see myself holding onto a card, not playing it because other cards are better options. So I need to find a card that I'd pick over other cards instead of that card, because sometimes cards are not as useful as you think they are when you deck build. So playing the game enhances your deck building experience in general altogether.
True.
Yeah. Hey, Billy just went dark. No.
Okay.
You okay?
But yeah, it says my camera's unplugged. Dang, blanket.
Dang it.
That's what happened to my mic last night when I was playing the game. My mic said it was unplugged.
Jeez.
Yep. Oh, dude, last night's game was insane. Like, I was going insane. I was yelling at the mic. I don't know how annoying I was to other people, but I was playing Spider-Man. I was chasing the shocker, and I kept felling, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, Spider-Man be swinging and decide, like, to web the wall, like, the same wall, like, 3 times, so I don't gain advantage on getting distance in. Oh, dude, it was so infuriating. Like, I probably lost weight and burnt calories just yelling. I'm kidding, but that's it. Like that, like a good part of deck building is understanding Magic, right?
Right.
Like you can start building decks with the basics of Commander, like the bread acronym: bombs, removal, evasion, aggro, and drawing. Right? You can build decks around that in Commander, and you kind of build consistency around that. But one thing you want to keep in mind is your archetype, your theme. What, like, you look at your commander. If your commander cares about Voltron, auras, and equipment, you're going to work around the bread acronym and your basic knowledge around the color pie, and you're going to build consistency around that archetype. You're going to, like, if auras, you're going to run a lot of auras. You're going to want auras that do things. One of the best things I wish they would bring more of, make more cards of, is cards with Bestow. Bestow is a creature that can be played as an enchantment aura, and I think they need to bring that back as a key mechanic. This is my favorite mechanic from Theros back in the day, and they're like, nobody liked it. I'm like, that's bullshit. I loved it. Bring it back.
Yeah.
You know.
Dang, blanket.
That's right. Dag Blaggett, beat up that camera. Throw it across room. No, I'm kidding. Don't throw it across room. Oh, I don't know what's up.
Oh,
Neither do I. It's weird because I know sometimes it'll go off and come back on, but it hasn't came back on yet. So
I'm assuming you did, but did you unplug it and replug it in on both sides? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, my camera just went up. Just screwed up. Won't be able to use it no more.
That's sad.
That is pretty bad, though. But at least you can still hear you. That's the important part.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hillbilly's looking for his other camera. All right. So, deck building tips, right? Removal is key. If you're building a commander deck, make sure you have enough removal. If it's a basic commander deck, it's your first time building a commander deck, run 9 pieces of removal to start out. You'll change the numbers as you go. You'll see if it's too much for your deck or if it's too little. I have a deck with 12 pieces of removal, and I have another deck that has 2 pieces of removal. It's all based on your strategy and energy and synergy archetype, I should say, not energy. Playing the game exuberates that. Like my Rafika the mini deck operates so fast that it ignores the aspect and needs removal. So it can win the game faster or remove a player from the game faster. Where I have a deck with having 12 pieces of removal, and that's so I can slowly build my board. Because the aggro is different in each deck. The aggro is different from both the 2 decks being separate. Like Rafika the Mini attacks straight out from turn 1 to from turn 2 on up. You're playing a creature turn 1, turn 2, and you're attacking turn 2 or turn 3, and you're trying to get a player out by turn 4, turn 6. Where like my Atraxa deck, it slowly builds up for the proliferating ability. I gotta make sure my board stays as clear as possible so I can attack and build up with counters. I need the removal to stall people from doing things. It's just how it works. Atraxa is 4 colors. If you're a new player to Magic, do not try to build a 4-color deck at first. Hone in your skills. Try 2 to 3 colors. Yeah, boy. Scratching my leg.
Yeah.
All right. So, have you built? No, you haven't built a commander deck yet, and
No, I plan on getting one for my birthday. And
birthday.
with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've never built a commander deck myself.
You never built a commander deck, but you've changed decks. You look at decks. You build decks all the time.
Yeah, I will try to
Shocks.
improve them.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it kind of works.
Kind of works. You got the part. Like, what are ways you improve your deck to, Billy?
I go by what I hear from other people.
Well, so asking people for advice is a good way to start. Because like some people have knowledge of what's really good cards for Commander, what are staples, or some people might have a good idea of what defines a strategy pretty well. So communication is key to learning. If you're asking, ask your friends, ask your neighbors, ask your dog. For advice. Dog will tell you to put in bark. That's a really good card.
Yep.
Yeah. But seriously, talking to people, playing the game is good for you to learn what cards are good and not, but also talking to people, because some people might have the other opinions or played that deck before.
Oh no, we've lost Hillbilly for a second.
He'll be back. Yeah. Well, we're halfway in the show, right?
Right.
And I haven't officially welcomed everybody to Super Fast Tortoise, which is proudly sponsored by carnsutopia.com, where you can get sweet Magic the Gathering swag like this Super Fast Tortoise dice bag for $45 plus $5 ship, or this vinyl line dice bag for $75. The sale's over. Don't have a new picture to post up, but they're pretty cool. They're pretty awesome. You get lapel pins. You can get customized paintings like this D20s right here. You can get them customized. You can get dice bags customized. Come on, these pins are limited supply and awesome. You can find them at carnsutopia.com. I'm loud, and I just realized I'll be back. I haven't shut the door.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to blow you up. Boom. And let you talk for a second.
Hey. I don't even know what to talk about. I think if, like, the topic of the day, maybe you could use the EDA trick to help you with your commander building. That's the website that I've heard that's helpful for commander building. It gives you all kinds of different cards that might supplement your cards. Commander deck, I mean. But other than that, that's all I could think of. You know?
Yep.
You know.
I just say maybe you could go to ED. I'm not a commander player, but I've heard of EDH Rec.
Oh yeah, they're a different
Yeah,
place to go.
yeah.
EDH Rec,
I just
Architect.
suggested that. Hey, Billy.
I am back.
He's back.
Not as bright as I was, but I'm back.
Yeah, we
So
can
let's
see
be
it.
honest. It's been a while since you've been bright. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love you, bud.
Yeah, we love you.
All right. Yeah, I'm not the brightest in the tool shed. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed either, so that's fine. We're good.
At least you're a genius in France.
Yeah, I don't understand that comment, but okay.
It's a song from Weird Al.
Ah. Boom, roasted. That's right. Rich Dubs, what's up? Oh. Man, you guys look exciting. So Hillbilly. So other than talking to people about what cards out of their deck, like you have to take out cards, and I know not everybody tells you to take out cards from decks. How do you decipher like what card is better than another card in the deck?
That's when I decide, what I want the deck to do.
Mm-hmm.
Then I try to work on what I can do to make that deck do what I want it to do.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to emphasize on that because that's a good point. Deciding what a deck wants to do in order to do it is you got to be able to path that idea right from start to finish, or from start to finish, right? Starting, what kind of ramp spells, mana fixing spells, what kind of draw spells you got that are early in the converted mana cost, mana value realm, right? What kind of removal do you have to protect that to keep yourself alive till you get to your big finishers, right?
Right.
What kind of synergistic cards fit in between all those things we just talked about? You kind of gotta get yourself from point A to point B.
Yep.
And that's a way to look at a deck when deck building. Yeah. But I think we covered this topic pretty well and well enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But now it's time to relax a little, dive a little, have fun a little. Before Mugenful starts breaking in a song and dance.
I just want, you never know.
Right. Joke about that with my wife. I'm like, at work you should break into song and dance and just break into like a musical number. And she's like, no. She's like, no, I won't do it. That's too much energy.
Too much energy. Hey, it's brighter in Hillbilly's thing now. I can actually see him.
I just got back. Say that all again.
Yeah, I had to mess with my camera settings.
At least I can see you now, so that's good.
Well, we talked about a lot in 30 minutes, home skillet to ball. So if you want, and I appreciate it if you went back and watched the whole video again, lots of good advice.
Yep.
But I can recap saying deck buildings, knowing what colors they are, people have different experiences, talking to friends about upgrades, and that's pretty much the main sum of it. Playing the game teaches you the game. There you go. You will. You're awesome to ball. Just too awesome. Too awesome. Woo! Hillbilly.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good now since I got my Elgato camera. I had to take it down and hook it back up.
Yeah, that was really sucked. Your camera just kind of pooped out on you or something. Whatever happened. You know,
Well, it's a cheap camera, so I was expecting it to happen one of these days.
one of these days.
Yep.
Well, you know, you just invest in a new camera. Don't go as cheap, and do not buy UVC. All right, stay away from UVC. You know, the camera I use is a UVC camera, not this camera, but the camera I use to play my card games on.
Mm-hmm.
And the autofocus sucks. Home skillet, it's horrible.
Yep.
So, but like Logitech is really good. My wife has a Logitech and it works wonderful.
Yeah, we'll see if I get a Logitech. It'll go along with my Yeti. It'll also go along with my keyboard.
Right.
Right.
You know, that works good too.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to clean your area to play tonight. So later on tonight, I will definitely post it. That means Tabalt, Tortoise, and Hillbilly will be there.
Yep.
Boo! Boo! And we'll try to scrape up a fourth person, but we'll do what we do. We do what you do. Do
Yeah,
what you do.
Do it.
If not, then the three of us can just play a game.
I'd still stream 3 people, home skillet.
Yep.
I'd stream 3 people because it's still 3. It's still content. Look, I'm 100.
Yep.
I'm 100 hours away from being monetized.
Nice.
I'm gonna stream whatever I can. And I'll be monetized at the level of I can sell merch on YouTube. Yay!
Nice.
Me, I think I got the watch hours, but I just ain't got the
The
subs.
subs. You need 500 subs to get where you are. That's all you need. You need to get those subs. Thank you, Tabal.
Yep, but I'm trying to get it. It's just hard to do. I mean, they come and they go, but you can't help that. It happens.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Seems legitimately cool. Well, Hillbilly, the
Yep.
most important man of the hour. This is your time to shine, right? If any time was there to shine, it's right now.
Oh, yeah.
What time of day is it?
Oh, that would be the.
The deck of the day is brought to you by Red Cub Leather. High quality leather deck boxes and merchandise. Customizable options are available. The link is in the description box below.
Go. I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change.
Hello. So today's deck we got Aminatu, the face shifter.
Yep.
She casts a blue, white, and a black. Legendary planeswalker Aminatu. She can be your commander. She has +1, draw a card, then put a card from your hand onto the battlefield. Hold on. Scoot up. There you go. You draw a card, then put a card from your hand on top of your library. You exile. You exile another target permanent you own, then return to the battlefield under control. It's a blink effect. -6. Choose left or right. Each player gains control of all non-land permanents other than Aminatu, the fate shifter, controlled by the next player in the chosen direction. She's normally a blinking commander, but she does some things, fun things. I just wanted to highlight that really quick. Back up. 4 artifacts. Got Altar of the Brood. So you can mill your opponents out when you're blinking things and playing lots of permanents. You got Panharmonicon to double up on triggers like Altar of the Brood. Stronic Resonator. And Panharmonicon is when an artifact or a creature enters the battlefield, double the trigger if it has an ETB. Sonic Resonator to double up on more triggers. You can see where this is going. This deck I'm going to show you is about $297, which is a pretty decent price for a deck, and has a salt score of 44.8 or salt summary. All right, cards that comes with card draw. You got Baleful Strix. You got Brain Cloud Shifter. You got Enlightened Tutor. You got Gitaxian Probe. You got Moonblast Cleric. Mold Drifter. Omen of the Sea. You got Reconnaissance Mission. Ooh. You got Spirited Companion. You got Aether Channeler for some creatures. You got where have we got? Gonti, Lord of Luxury, which is a really good ETB trigger kind of guy. You got Grey Merchant of Asphodel. You got Keen Duelist. Yeah, Magister Sphinx. Ooh. Magister Sphinx, if you don't know, when it comes to play, it drops the player's life total down to 10 from anywhere. Well, spark double to copy a creature or planeswalker. All right. Now, for some flickers, you got Brago King Eternal, which is solid. You got Conjurer's Closet. You got Eerie Interlude. You got Ephemerate. You got Philidar Guardian. You got Flicker Wisp. You got Ghostly Flicker. You got Momentary Blink. You got Oath of Teferi. You got Parallax Wave. You got Semester's End. Soul Hoarder or Soul Herder. Teleportation Circle. Venser, the Sojourner. And Urion, the Sky Nomad. That's pretty solid. The lands we're not going to go through because they're just basic line of fixers. There's no hard utility in this land to look. For ramp, we got Arcane Signet. You got Azorius Signet. You got Cloud of Fairies. You got Commander Sphere. You got Decanter of Endless Water. Nice. You got Demir Signet. You got Felwar Storm. You got Peregrine Drake for comboing deliciousness. You got Soul Ring and Top Vessel. Now for protection, you got Counterspell. You got Deification. You got Negate. For removal, you got Amphin Mutineer. Neat. You got Curse of the Swine. And the reason I Curse of the Swine is good in this deck is there's ways to blink tokens, and tokens don't come back when they blinked. You got Devastation Tide, pretty solid removals, board wipe. You got Lauren of the Third Path to destroy artifacts and enchantments. You got Massacre Girl. You got Massacre Worm. You got Mortify, Path to Exile, Pongify, Swords of Plowshares, Terminus, and Time Wipe. A lot of top deck control kind of cards. You got Archaeomancer to bring back some of your spells. You got Phyrexian Delver. You got Sepulchral Primordial, which is pretty solid. These Primordials are pretty solid. It steals a creature from each graveyard when it enters the battlefield. Yeah, Entreat the Angels for some token shenanigans, and Stormherd. That's really good because you're going to be casting your commander a lot. And there's a sideboard. Sideboards don't really work in commander, but hell, my friends, that has been the deck of the day.
Nice.
That's right. Nice. Completely awesome. All right. To ball, it's like, oh, I love her. She's one. Oh, she's one of my better decks. Hell yeah.
Cool.
I play her with mean combos. Woo, that was crazy, though. That was a good deck when I saw it. I'm like, I have to showcase that.
Yep.
I have to make a list of commanders to start looking at, too, because I keep looking at commanders that I think I'd enjoy or have. All right. You feeling all right, bud? You just your face still looks good, so still look like a Muppet. I don't know if you noticed this, but the thumbnail I made, I did Muppets on purpose to joke at you, so you look like a Muppet. All right. Now to get to the second part of the show, we got the next segment of the day. Hey, Billy. Movers and shakers.
What?
All right, let me get down here because I wasn't ready for myself. I'm just trying to keep things moving as smoothly as possible. So the top 5 cards moving in standard today got Vein Ripper. Woo, 10-13 plus 20%. 7%. That's pretty good. This card looks pretty banging for a Reanimator deck. I think I want a copy of this card for my Reanimator cube. If it was a zombie, I'd put it into my zombie deck. But dude, this thing's a vampire. This could run in your vampire deck, Hillbilly.
Yep.
Plus 3%, 31.30. You got Roaming Throne, just chilling like a villain right there. It just keeps going up because it's a really good card. But a good solid increase of 25%, 498. You got Path of Peril. This card is doing pretty good. Plus 11%, you got 762. You got temporary lockdown, just chilling like a villain. Doing pretty good growing up like that. A 9% increase at 760. You got Knight of Errant of Eos. That's pretty good. Knight Errant of Eos. Now, top 5 cards going down. You get a cool Samsung ad. Look at that. Buy a phone. All right. Negative 1107. You got Sundown Pass. That line's creasing. Down 3% at 1689. You got Leyline of Gilpack. I will really want a copy of this.
Me too.
Down 7% at 606. You got Breach of the Multiverse. Yeah. And down 4% at 477. You got Cryptic Coat. Ooh. And a card I like to highlight because it's still a good card is down 2% at 1541 is Virtue of Loyalty. Pretty good. Pretty good. And now the top cards going down in Modern or going up in Modern. Going up. 7% 8148. You got Mindbreak Trap. Oh, God, I just remember when this card was like 50 cents. I could have bought up all these if I knew if I was smart enough, and I'd be like, these are going to be $80 one day. Plus 6% 52.50. You got Sliver Legion. Plus 23% at 1596. You got Necroskitter. Plus 12% increase at 1127. You got Shielder Whispering One. Just chilling. Plus 14%. That's a big movement there. 948. You got Riz the Redeemed. Seeing some popularity lately. Plus 6% at 1699. You got Elishon Grandson Cenobite. Just going crazy. And plus 4% at 2202. You got Mr. Rainforest. Woo. Now, top cards going down in Modern. This version of Necroskitter has gone down 9%. Woo. Down 4%. Manama School of Water's Edge. This card has been climbing up for a while, so it's probably starting to settle now. Down 4%, $37. You got Blightsteel Colossus. Down 8%. 1193. Got Summer's Pack. Summer's Pack is a really good card, so just buy it just in general. And down 13%. That's a big jump at 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. Yeah, let's go get Slurpees. Tree Redemption. Yay. But down 10% at 888. You got Vorklex Voice of Hunger. Down 5%. You got City of Brass at 16-12. Buy City of Brass. It's always a good card. All right, my friends, that has been the Movers and Shakers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like Tainted Remy, a beacon of immortality. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you played mean deck. We'll see what kind of deck you bring tonight.
You.
I need to figure out what deck I'm going to play tonight. Probably not Dinosaurs again.
Me too.
Dinosaurs did good. I just haven't played that deck in a bit, so I wanted to play it yesterday.
I'd like to play with my Pirates, but I ain't got them in sleeves yet.
No.
Been working on them, but ain't got them in sleeves.
Right. You should get custom sleeves for your pirate deck, just the letter C, because I heard pirates love the C. That was a bad joke.
I got it though.
Yeah. Apparently, Salmonella left a little dad joke earlier before he had to do whatever it was he had to do. It's his daughter's birthday, so whatever they're planning, they're doing. He's like, "How does a coffee bean say goodbye?" It says, "See you later, percolator." And I'm like, "Ha ha ha!" Hey. Solar God.
Nice.
I did another buy list today. Pulled a Jeweled Lotus from a box of OG Commander Legends. Hell yeah, that's pretty solid.
Cool.
That's pretty solid. Pretty cool, Solar God. So you guys feeling good today? Today is Saturday.
Yep.
Got any plans? Looking full going to the theme park so you can ride all the roller coasters?
Nope, but I do plan on playing some Mario.
Which Mario?
Oh, it's a fan game that people have made. It's a fan game engine where people can make their own game levels, but it's not on Switch. It's on PC.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though they have Mario Maker, people are going around making games of their own.
Well, this one was from a long time ago before Mario Maker came out. So,
okay.
but it's been keeps getting updated.
Nice.
That's nice, Solar.
Solar God. I'm striking it rich on Card Kingdom credit. Yeah, I'll make sure. That's what exactly
Nice,
the
Solar
comment
God.
says.
Congrats.
Yeah. So you're gonna be playing some Mario games, some custom Mario game that's old school.
Yeah.
Do you have a game system of your own, moving full?
I got a Switch, I got a PlayStation 4, and I got a PC.
What games do you play on Switch?
I got a Monster Rancher. Right now I've been playing besides Monster Rancher, I've been playing that Great Ace Attorney game, which I didn't think we'd ever get because of the time period it's set in.
Ah. Yeah, like obviously I just played Metroid Prime. But I play Animal Crossing a lot, but I also have those turtle games. I got all the turtle games on the Switch, and I got Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Nice. On
Yeah.
PS4, there's a game. Well, it's also coming to Switch called Gunbreaker 4.
Mm-hmm.
I had to import the third one because the third one's the only other one that's in English, but it's in Japan only.
Right?
But it was in English, but I had to import it, so.
Yeah.
Ah,
Hibbley needs a Switch for his house. Like a Switch, I really think Hibbley's wife would love Animal Crossing.
She probably would.
Mm-hmm. Right, but
it's a fun game.
yeah. Now we're going to hit the show section.
All right. Well, I'm at 372 subs now. Still trying to get to that 400 to do a giveaway. And this afternoon, I may not do a commander game this afternoon, but I will be doing a commander game with Superfast Tortoise tonight. And I will, if I do another stream, it may be arena. This ain't decided yet on either commander or arena. But if I do commander, if you want to join, I will post the links out, post invites out around 1 o'clock for the invites, and probably around 2 o'clock for the spell table link. And we'll do arena, spell table around between 2 and 3.
That sounds good.
Maybe around 2:30 probably.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, that's all I had to show.
All right. How about moving full?
I'm right now. I'm going to show Rosewada Stone on Twitter because it does mistranslated Magic the Gathering cards, and one of the ones that made me laugh really funnily is instead of being Trust Tony, it's 3 Whispers, right?
Yeah.
It was badly translated to the name I laughed 3 times during my pregnancy.
Jeez.
That's pretty funny though.
That's hilarious. The Rosada Stone.
Rosewada.
Stone. All right. So Super Fast Tortoise plans on going live tonight around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for a commander game. We got 3 people. We'll be looking for one more to have a 4-way game of commander here on this channel. So make sure to like in this video because this video is awesome. It was awesome, all right. But also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Be amazing. Hope all the information we shared with you helped you out, gave you some direction and where to go. But other than that, so keep an eye out for tonight's commander game. I want to thank everybody for being here today. I want to thank you, Hillbilly.
Anytime.
Moving full.
Yep. Be here tomorrow too if you're going to.
Whoop, whoop.
We do it
every day. We try to do it every day.
Yep.
All right, and I want to thank Captain Waffles for making an appearance earlier and hanging out as long as he could. I want to thank everybody in chat: James Willis, TCG Dude, Tibalt, Solar
Okay,
Guy.
I gotta go, guys.
All right, and Time Capsule. Thank you all for showing up, being amazing, being crazy good. You have a wonderful day, and remember, listen to Lord Megatron.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron? Subscribe. For Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron.